Hey everyone, welcome back to the new episode of the Whiskerina Ideal. My name is Dylan Scott, and today we have Crystal Davis from Modesto. She is one of the first Whiskerinas that I met. Hey Crystal, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm glad that you can make some time to help me out today and do this.
Yeah, of course.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, okay. My name's Crystal Davis. I'm from Modesto, California. I'm the president of the Modesto Beard and Mustache Coalition, and I'm also a bearded villain queen and a member of the Texas Craft Whisker Club.
Nice. So besides building beards, what do you like to do for fun?
Um, there's other things to do besides build beards? No. I mean, I wish I had a lot of free time, but that's kind of my beard club and building beards and work, kids, that's my whole life right there.
So, what drew you to competing?
About, let's see, 5 years ago, I was in a really bad car accident and we had been watching Whisker Wars and found out that there was a club in Sacramento, the Mustache and Beard Social Club of Sacramento. And they were having a competition in a few weeks. So I was told if I got out of the ICU and made myself a beard that I could still go. And so I got out of the ICU and one-handed, I made myself a beard, and a bunch of my friends wheeled me around the competition and I competed in my first competition. Everybody was so
Nice.
nice. I just fell in love and then went to LA and Arizona and couldn't stop.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
It's addicting.
So, do you prefer realistic style or fantasy style?
I guess it just depends on my costume and on my mood because I do both. So I guess it just depends on how I feel. I like the aspect of doing creative and seeing what weird shit I can come up with and how I can interpret different things, because I always like to tell girls, just because you've seen your concept on someone else doesn't mean it's your idea. There's been 15 Rosie the Riveters, but not one of them have been alike. Everybody's, the way they interpret their creativity is different for everybody. So it's really fun to see what happens. That's Texas Craft Whisker Club. We're doing the Build a Beard competition. So the people get a majority of the same items and then they have to build separate beards, and it's fun to see who comes up with what out of the same items. It's the same thing with Whiskerinas. It's really just fun to see what we can come up with out of our ideas. So I like both. I find the creative ones, to be a little bit more challenging sometimes, unless I'm trying to freestyle, because I'm not Natalie.
So, what's your favorite material to use when you're building a beard?
Uh, when I'm building a realistic beard or a creative beard,
Either or. Tell us both.
I like to use some kind of motor. When I use creative beards, I have a few beards that have had motors in them. I've had a Star Wars beard where Princess Leia was in a strip club and spun with strobe lights. I've had one where I was a fisherman and his pole went up and down. So I really like to incorporate some kind of movement into my beards. I had one where in LA, the DeLorean flew out of the clock tower. So I like to involve movement in my creative beards. And in my realistic beards, I use synthetic hair from the wig store.
Okay. Yeah, one of my favorite beards that you did was the Pabst Blue Ribbon keg that actually
Oh,
poured
yeah.
real beer.
Yeah, there was a little tiny air pump in there with a 9-volt battery that powered the whole shabam. So I had a little on-off switch on the side, went up to the 9-volt battery, to the air pump, and down into like my little contraption underneath, which was a Snapple bottle that I'd had to drill 2 holes in, feed the tubes, and then seal it off. And then I poured a bunch of PBR that I magically found around Texas, and poured a bunch of PBR in there until it was full and started serving.
So how long does it usually take you to build a beard?
Sometimes a few months, just depending on how what I need for it. Like my LA beard this last year, I did a 90s song themed beard. So all of the little pieces on my beard represented a band from the 90s. So to find all of the little tiny pieces that I needed for all of the bands was quite a challenge. I hit a lot of thrift stores and I did a lot of Amazon. That beard was probably more expensive than it should have been. So.
So what's the furthest that you've traveled for a competition?
So far I've been to, the East Coast. I've been to South Carolina and Tampa, I would say, are probably the furthest I've gone.
Okay, so do you prefer chocolate or fruity candy?
Oh, chocolate.
What kind, like, what's your favorite brand of chocolate?
Oh, just dark chocolate.
I have been coming up with, okay, so I've got this theory that s'mores are just way too sweet if you just use like regular Hershey's chocolate.
Okay.
So I found this 99% cacao dark chocolate that
Oh.
I want to make my own marshmallows and do s'mores with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to have to make the graham crackers as well. So,
You should try the spicy chocolate on a s'more.
ooh, that'd be really good.
I'm telling you, that would be bomb. Like that sweet and spicy. Oh, yeah.
Like before Erica and I met, she was not into dark chocolate at all. And I was like, no, baby, but you got to try this one. You got to try this one. And so eventually she found ones that she does like. And every now and then she's just like, I want dark chocolate. And I'm just like, what the hell did you just say?
You've got her trained.
So do you prefer beer, wine, or hard liquor? Beer.
I usually drink beer or whiskey. So I do love wine. I can't say that I don't because I have a membership. I'm really close to wine country in California, so I drink a lot of wine. So I just like alcohols in general.
So what's your favorite trophy that you've won?
Oh man.
As she's looking at all of them above her bed right now.
Yeah, no, well they're all, let's see. I can do this strategically. I can spin you around. So, winning the camshaft, is that what it is? I don't know. The big one that I won in Sacramento a couple years ago was a pretty amazing accomplishment. There was a lot of really great whiskerinas that night. Well, there's a bunch of them. To pick a favorite would be like, which child is my favorite? So I can't say that I picked one in particular. If I had to say a trophy that I think is my favorite, in my living room, I have the plaque that Baca gave to the club for helping them out and donating to them, and that's probably my favorite trophy.
Yeah, I
that
recognize.
That was really touching to get from them, and they needed help, and we happened to just be there to help them. So it was really cool for them to give that to the club.
Yeah, I saw the Canyon State one up there, the skull.
I've got a couple of them up there.
Yeah,
I had one right there.
I had to put all my trophies away except for one of them because most of them are skulls at this point, and I don't want the bones around for the baby to like knock over or break. So I have.
Yeah, they're up high.
But I have the first trophy that I won while he was like, we brought him to a competition, and it was like an in-state competition, just a little one. And I got first place in freestyle, and that's the only trophy I have in the house right now.
Dude, you've been killing freestyle.
Thank you. Yeah, like I've had a lot of really good teachers with it, and just losing so many times over and over again. It's like, okay, now I know what not to do.
Yeah, freestyle's hard. it's hard to freestyle beards because they do what they want to do,
Mm-hmm.
I freestyled a few beards and I have this concept and we have an idea and we think, okay, we're going to draw it out. This is what it's going to be. Fuck no. Your beard does whatever the hell it wants to do that day. And it does not have any care what I think about it.
Yeah, I pretty much gave up planning what freestyle I'm gonna do, and I just wake up in the morning, like partition my beard off into like 8 segments, and
You
then I'm
just
just like,
roll with it.
okay, I'm gonna start with this one over here, then I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm just gonna work my way around.
And that's all you can do at some points because you're just like, it just does what it, if it wants to curl this way, it's curling that way.
Mm-hmm. So where do you see the competitive facial hair world going in the next few years?
Well, I hope back on Whisker Wars, but I think that's a long shot. I hope that we don't let all of this COVID and political crap break us, because I noticed that it's separated a lot of the community and it's been really rough to watch. I have to keep fixing my hair because the fan is like blowing right on me. It's like 108 degrees in California. So I really just hope that that we are all still friends, when we start seeing each other again, because I've seen a lot of Facebook battles between people I thought were good friends lately. So that's where I hope it goes. I hope it goes back to friendship and love, because that's where I think it should be all the time. We're all here for one reason, and it's to raise money for charity. And we're a family, and sometimes families fight, but we also have to love each other at the end of the day. So
Mm-hmm.
I hope that it goes back to, some people making up and respecting each other's opinions and being friends again.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten mad at a few people, and that's just like even at the competition. Like I was staying with Anthony Cardi in Austin, and I didn't get sleep for 2 nights in a row because he was snoring.
Yeah.
But and so I woke up in the morning and it was like 6 a.m. and I'm like, you know what? Blow dryer. I'm gonna start my freestyle now.
He doesn't care.
He woke up, he was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm starting. He's like, oh, okay. And he just rolled over and started snoring again. I'm like, you mother. Ugh.
He does. You really have to be comfortable with a snorer if you're going to sleep with Cardi or Bill Peterson in your room. There's a few of them. Mark Bonetta, he's a snorer. So there's a few of them in the community, and you have to be like, are you a snorer? Should I bring my earplugs? I carry earplugs with me, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I didn't we were also staying with Nathan, and he brought earplugs and like a face mask. So he was like dead to the world. And I'm just like, I'm literally throwing bunched up pairs of socks at Cardi. Like, wake up, you're snoring.
I've traveled with enough men in the beard community that I know how to prepare to get some rest. A lot of them kick you, then all of a sudden you're sleeping on the floor. You just got to roll with the punches.
All right, so I have some would you rather questions for you.
Well, those are terrifying.
These ones aren't that bad.
Okay.
Would you rather be an amazing painter or a brilliant mathematician?
Ooh, a brilliant mathematician.
Would you rather be famous but ridiculed or just be a normal person? Miss 3,000 plus Instagram followers.
Probably be famous and ridiculed, because then I'd be rich too. And they could all go fuck themselves.
Exactly. So, would you rather have a flying carpet or a car you can drive underwater?
A flying carpet.
Would you rather never be stuck in traffic again or never get another cold?
Ooh, never stuck in traffic.
Would you rather have a bottomless box of Legos or a bottomless gas tank?
A bottomless gas tank. I have a bottomless pack of Legos upstairs. That
I'm
thing never
terrified.
ends.
I'm terrified for when I got to start buying them for baby Walter.
Oh, they're so expensive. Oh, I hate
Yes.
Legos. Like, start buying them on sale now and just putting them in a box and saving them for when he's old enough to play with them. And be like, look, son, I bought you these vintage Legos.
Yeah, because Barnes and Nobles every now and then they put all their Legos on 50% off.
Yeah,
And
buy
it
them
works out.
now.
Yeah, that's what I've been
Stupid
doing.
expensive. My son's crazy into Star Wars and dinosaurs, so that's our life right now.
He's still into dinosaurs.
That boy wants to be a paleontologist. He is not ever growing out of his dinosaurs. His whole room is dinosaurs. Everything is dinosaurs. There's dinosaurs that invade my living room on a daily basis. Dinosaurs, Hot Wheels, Legos, Star Wars. That's all I got.
Yeah, I've already started buying him Pokemon cards.
Oh, we started Pokemon cards like 2 weeks ago. My
I
son
could
was like all of a sudden obsessed with getting Pokemon cards. So
I'll have to send you guys a package because I've got so many. I've got like 2 boxes worth.
tell Erica if she wants any onesies for the baby to send me pictures and I can make them because I have like my heat. I can make him a little look. I have already a one for the Bay Area for Anthony's club that I can put on a t-shirt.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we just got a cricket.
Oh yeah, I have something similar. I have oh god, I don't know what it's called. It's like the symphony something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we looked at that one, but the cricket is like we got the Cricket XL, so it's like
And then I have the heat press so that I can do the t-shirts and everything. And the caps and the mugs. Oh, there's my boyfriend's butt.
this is what we got.
Jimmy rigging our oh yeah, that's pretty.
But Erica makes cups and stuff as well.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to call her because I want to start making epoxy cups. I do all the resin. Oh my gosh, she's a Benefit one. Oh.
She actually works for Benefit now.
I know she does, but I've been having to wax my own eyebrows, so I hope she doesn't like. I made sure they were pretty for her today. I know, like Erica, I didn't want her to critique my makeup, so I made sure I was like Erica worthy for photoing today.
I got to get her to start watching these then.
Did you see my Instagram post today? I have the best Christmas present for you to get her.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
It's a coffin makeup case.
I did see that actually.
Right? I'll send you the link. It's adorable.
And I was going to show it to her, but I was like, I think I might keep this one on lock.
Right? Save it. Did you get the link I sent you the other day for the blow dryer stand? So
I did.
So you have a portable one?
Well, the PVC pipe one is already pretty portable. Like when I break it down, it's no bigger than like 14 inches each piece.
Okay. Well, these ones are pretty cool. I've gotten them for a few of the guys, and they all have really liked them.
Yeah,
There's a few different ones.
I remember Brad showed up with one, and he does nothing but sing its praises.
Oh, yeah, I bought Brad one, and I think Sean had one. I mean, if you're going to freestyle, it's kind of a necessity to have something that holds your blow dryer for you.
Yeah, very much so.
It's kind of like if you're a Whiskerina, a portable headstand is like one of your best friends.
Whenever I see someone who's just starting freestyling and you could tell like how many flyaways they have, it's like, you don't use a stand, do you? And they're like, no, I don't. Let me send you some pictures real quick.
It's like the girls that glue the hair straight to their face. I'm like, oh, let's have a chat. I used to be you. I'll help. So my next big adventure is I've ordered all the tools on Amazon so I can start learning to lace my own beard.
Ooh, that'll be a lot of work. But the final product, some of the laced beards that I've seen in the last couple of months have just been so on point.
And, that's a problem is like, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm like old in the game, and like, I'm like, oh, I got to come up with new shit to keep up with these girls. So I've got a couple beards that I'm working on. I feel really bad because I haven't been able to participate in as many of the online comps as I would have liked to. But I literally had been so slammed since COVID started. My work has been insane, and I picked up a second job until I was in my car accident last month. And then I just been working nonstop, and then I'd been off for about a month, but I basically laid in the bed and on the couch for 3 weeks because I was in so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
He flipped me pretty good in that little car, so I took advantage of the rest.
Yeah, I was speaking of like being older, like one of the older people. Like, I just started doing freestyle in the last like 2.5 years.
But you have to change it up to stay, you know what I mean? Because the new guys that come in, their beards are almost like, oh, this is new and shiny. Let's vote for this one. And you're like,
Yeah.
hey, my beard's new and shiny too. And
Like Paul.
you almost have to find a different venue. Like, okay, well, let me explore freestyle. Let me explore partial freestyle or chops or whaler. And that's when you see a lot of the guys start to get creative, and they change up their look all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden they chop it up, and then you're like, oh, fuck, never leave chops. You're amazing. So sometimes, and I always said that, like another girl that used to compete, Ashley, I always used to say, like, she was who pushed me, she always pushed me to, like, I want to beat her, and not in like a bad way, but it's she's so good. If I beat her, like, I know that I'm good too, kind of way. And she would always tease me. And then when I won Great American in 2016, the first thing she does is come up to me and she's like, see, I told you you could beat me. And I was like, oh my God, stop. I was beside myself. So it was, it's always cool to have even somebody that you have like the friendly rivalry with. That you're like, oh, dude, their beards are always so great. Like, I'm sure you go, like, if you could go, well, Kylie shaved off, but like you go against Kylie and you're like, I fucking want to beat Jason Kylie because he's the man. And if I can beat him, then I'm the fucking man too.
Yeah, just being on stage with him in Austin
Oh,
was awesome. And then for the
yes.
online competition for LA, I ended up beating him in that one.
See?
And then right after that, he shaved off his beard. And I was like, oh, at least I got to, get one on him before
Right?
he lost his.
And it's not a mean thing, it's a fun thing. Like, I do that, like, I always like, oh gosh, I don't want to compete against Natalie because she's so good. And I'm always like, okay, are you doing realistic or creative? Because I'm gonna do the opposite. But sometimes I have to compete against her, and I'm always like, oh God. And I only beat her once, and I was so proud of myself because I dressed up like her husband, and I really think that's why I got it. But she dressed up as Scott. It was a really great. It's like one of my favorite Beardcaster episodes is Natalie and I pretending to be Scott and Aaron at the Mansfield prison. Besides, like, my own 2 episodes, so.
Yeah, I still got to get an episode, but.
Dude, I mean, I think that you should be like the new correspondent on Talking Beards Network.
That'd be nice. I'd have to come up with some weird thing to do.
Nah. Doesn't have to be weird.
Everything I do has to be weird. I get called Octopus Beard constantly online.
Oh, I saw your comments today on the beard thing, and it kept everything in my power to not boil over at some of those jerkwads.
Oh, for the most, like, a couple of them, I was like, just like, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're stupid.
People don't get it, and it's a lot of times like when I walk up to people in the community and I'm like, hey, so you've got a great beard. My name's Crystal and I run the beard, the local beard club. And they're like, you're a woman. You don't have a beard. What do you fucking know about beards? And I'm like, okay, let's have the chat. And then after we're done with this conversation, you're going to feel a lot differently. Sometimes I get good reception, and sometimes I get people who are like, that's dumb. I don't care about my beard. And I'm like, well, your beard doesn't give a shit about you because it looks like crap. I was just being nice. No.
Yeah, I'm worried about that with Tiffany because she just got named our club president.
And but that, you know, and Tiffany's got a lot of support. There's other women have been through it, and Tiffany's been doing this long enough that she knows how to stand on her own 2 feet and stand up to the people who try to put the girls that run clubs down. You know, Ember ran her club in Oklahoma for a long time. Adrienne up in Canada, she runs her club. There's lots of girls that have done it, and our clubs respect us. Sorry, I'm having like PBR burps. So, you know, and I think that's all that matters. As long as we have our club behind us and, you know, we have our confidence behind us. So my club fully supports me. So I feel safe. My club is like, yeah, fuck those people. They don't need to be in our club if they don't like you. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Tiffany definitely knows that she's got the Cogswell brothers and me to bash some heads if anyone's got a problem with her being our club
She's
president.
got me too. She knows I got her back.
All right, well, last question I have for you.
You sure?
Yes, because I have to go make dinner.
Oh, I already made dinner. Well, not
I
really. That's the beauty of having a 12-year-old.
Yeah, the baby's already eaten.
Teaching her to cook.
Oh, nice. I remember the first time my mom was like, because I would just sit there and watch my mom cook, and finally she was like, here's a knife, cut these vegetables.
She's 12. Like, she already knows that she wants to go to college and what she wants to do and where she wants to go. And I don't want to send her off to a different state with no life skills. So she's learning to cook and take care of herself, and she does her laundry, and she's a great kid. She gets straight A's and B's, and she wants to be a neurosurgeon. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, she's 12.
You got a winner there.
I have 2 really great kids, so I'm really lucky. And my boyfriend has 2 really cool kids, so we've got a house full most of the time.
So far, the only thing my baby knows he wants is everything he could reach in his mouth.
Well, pretty soon he'll want Auntie Crystal.
Oh, I can't wait for you to meet him.
Oh, I wish this COVID wasn't a thing, because I would be on my way to Arizona in like no time. Trust me, if it wasn't a thing, I would have already been there to see my baby.
Yeah, I'd like, there's like every time I talk to someone, they're like, how's your baby doing? How old is he now? Wait, what? He's how old now? Like, he's about to hit 9 months.
He's gonna be so big by the time I get to see him.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he won't be too big, but he's almost to the point where he's walking. Like, he's like leaning on stuff and like.
Oh my God, I'm gonna
over.
cry. I'm so sad. Okay. I gotta call Erica later.
She'll FaceTime you and you can see the baby.
Yeah, that's what I need in my life. Some baby time.
All right, so
My kids
last
are
question.
old. I need baby time.
Yeah, like she'll call me in the middle of her lunch and be like, can you FaceTime me? And I'm like, I know exactly what you want. And I just hold the phone up to the baby. I'm like, this is what you want, isn't it? You want to see the baby.
You don't even love me anymore. You just love the baby.
Okay, so officially last question.
Okay.
Can you tell us a joke?
Damn it. Aw. Yes. Give me a second to remember it right, because I'll tell it badly. Okay. I can get. Gosh, I should have prepared for this. This is why I don't like being put on the spot. 'Cause I don't. Oh, my son could tell you a joke.
Let's hear it.
All right, hold on. Let me get it. Jamesy, come here. Can you tell me a joke? Joke, whatever. Can you tell it to my friend Dylan?
I don't know.
Hey.
I don't know a joke.
Yes, you do. You know lots of jokes. See, you can't be put on the spot either. But tell me one of your dad jokes.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Egg.
Egg who?
You cracked me up.
Thank you, buddy. He's all right. I'm done with you, and you're making me be on TV.
All right. Well, Crystal, thank you very much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm super honored. I love you lots.
Love
Give
you
Erica
too.
and the baby my love, and I hope I get to see you guys soon.
Yeah, I'll be expecting your call in an hour or so.
Yes, I'm gonna message her and be like, okay, what onesies do you need? Like, we need to have a FaceTime on how to make cups. See, babe, I need you to get me that tumbler thing. I need the machine that spins the cup.
Yeah, she'll tell you which one to get because the one that she got is absolute garbage.
Oh, okay. I'll call her. Be like, I need all the tips.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. So that was Crystal Davis. If you have anyone that you want to see interviewed, go ahead and comment down below and I will make it happen. Otherwise, thanks for watching and we will see you next time.